afternoon, it's Jazz. It's the West Ham Irons channel. It's a West Ham transfer news special, kind of a breaking news, call it what you want. But yes, a couple of hours ago, or a little bit less than that, prominent sources, Darmesh of Sky Sports, Fabrizio Romano, one or two others, our very own beloved ex-employee, have now confirmed that West Ham United and Wolverhampton Wanderers have agreed terms on the transfer of Wolves captain Max Kilman to West Ham United. The deal at the moment looks like it's around 40 million. How much will that be up front? How much will be in installments? We do not know. But what we certainly can say with confidence is that Max Kilman wanted the move. Our very own Lopetegui wanted the move. Sullivan wanted to make it happen for his new manager, start on a good footprint, good kind of start, shall I say. And I'm sure Tim Steidten's blessings are in there. He's 27 years old. He's captain of Wolves. He's had about 3 seasons kind of in the Premier League, largely injury-free, shall I say. I've kind of looked it up. And one thing I forgot to mention in yesterday's programme, he's got reasonable pace, very, very good pace, good age, coming into his kind of prime, Premier League experience, worked with a manager previously, hit the ground running, shall we say, the cliche we like to mention. So, again, honestly, yesterday I was saying that I didn't really follow him a lot last season. And I'm kind of neutral. I'm getting more and more happy as I read more and more things into it. And the thing of why I'm getting really, really happy, more happier today, is that you realise that this is just the beginning of the amount of people that will be coming in this summer. And obviously with David Moyes, it was always very, very difficult, the transfer windows, very, very slow, very, very political, very, very annoying, all that kind of thing. But with David Moyes gone, you can already see that everyone seems to be hopefully on the same page in terms of Sullivan, Tim Steidten, Lopetegui. So things are going to be happening quickly. We've already got 1 or 2 players already coming in, as you know, 1 or 2 already left. So things are moving a lot quicker, and we're only in 4th of July. Pre-season's only started a couple of days ago. So this is what I wanted to happen. Things happening every single day without any delay from David Moyes. No dilly-dallying. We know what we want. And going back to why I feel a lot happy about Max Kilman coming in is, he's not going to be the only centre-back coming in. Then I was like, oh, God, if we only had 55 million and 40's gone to Max Kilman, I'll be like, not sure about that. But what gives me confidence, and perhaps you haven't thought about this, is that a lot of people are going to be going out the window. There's high confidence that certainly a Gerd will be going. It hasn't happened for him. He's frustrated me a lot. We're hoping we'll get... So this 40 million might sound a lot, but when you think about a Gerd, we should be able to get close to 20 for him, and something reasonable for perhaps Zuma as well. I don't know. They might want to keep Zuma till next year, but that's when his contract runs out. So we'll see what happens. But once you begin to get some money in, then obviously net spend on Kilman looks more reasonable. And I think it's a good signing. It's a solid signing. And don't forget, we're not in Europe this season. So when we're going to be going for players that perhaps some of the European teams who've qualified league, it's going to be difficult. So if we want to play at Arsenal once, Tottenham once, City, it's going to be difficult. So Max Kilman wanting to come to West Ham is a huge thing, isn't it? Personal terms, breaking news literally not that long ago before I went live, is that Fabrizio Romano reckons that the terms have been agreed. So not only has the bid and the deal been agreed with Wolves, but the personal terms are more or less have been done. It's not an issue. So this could be very, very quick. And it goes back to our new manager wanting things done quickly, like the fans like me want the majority of his squad assembled about now, before they jet off to Spain. I think they got a couple of games over there, really. So that's kind of good for me. Recap on Max Kilman. We did go through a little bit with that already with you guys. It's 27. He won't be 28 till next May, so that's a good age. Centre back, as you know, left-footed, can play left back as well. Injury record is really, really good, everyone. When I had a look at his injury record going back last 3-4 years, the only injury the website could really find of any sort of warrant any merit, any kind of say on it, is a bruise on an ankle in 21-22. He was out for about 39 days, missed 6 games, and that's about it. That's about it, really. So I think it's a solid signing. Hopefully it will happen. So I'm calling it a signing. It's a solid signing. And I'm comforted by the fact that we've got hopefully a reasonable budget. We don't have to put a number on it. I don't want to put a number on it, but sufficient to say that when a new manager comes in, it's an important part of the discussion how much money I've got. So he impressed them, and hopefully the club impressed Lopetegui when he came in. And there's a reasonable amount in there, but I'm comforted by the fact that we have got some money coming in with Benrahma going, Kehrer going, one or two others going. We're looking at down swap with Peter. So things are happening. It's brilliant. And the key is I don't want to get any personal. You know what my feelings are on Benrahma. You know what my feelings are on kind of Agerd and those kind of people, right? I don't want to go into that. I want to be really positive this season. Sufficient to say that we really need a squad, a maximum squad where every player is loved by the manager and will be used by the manager. Not like before where we don't want to buy anyone. We only want to play free player. We only want to look at 12 players in the squad. We don't talk to the other 10 who kind of nowhere near the team 11, and we kind of waste all that, and we go into season killing the 11. It's not going to be like that because a lot of people like us are mentally scarred. We've forgotten what it's like to have a full of love squad that is loved by the manager. Every single player is used. Many subs are done. Lopetegui's record average time a sub comes on is between 45, 55 minutes as an example, 2-3 formations, right? So striker will be coming in soon. Hopefully I'll be very happy for that. So don't forget, he's coming in, Max Kilman. He could be the captain. That's been a big talking point amongst us. Don't forget. I'm not really happy with one or two captains we've had recently, including last season. So I'm hoping Max Kilman, being captain of City, can kind of really go for it. No issues with language, no issues with the league. Kind of know what it's all about. Got the confidence from the manager. It could be a scenario of Sam Allardyce when he brought Nolan along with him. Them two were like really done well for West Ham in and out of the dressing room. Hopefully this has solved a big issue then. Ward-Prowse could have been a possibility. It didn't happen. Perhaps it won't happen this season, but Max Kilman. I think a centre-back for me has always been my preference as a captain. In all the positions, if you let me know, if you ask me which position ideally would you want to be captain, it'd be centre back. And we got a great history of it. You know, Bobby Moore, Alvin Martin, Tony Gale for a small stint, Matthew Upson. Really good record of that. It's a good position to be. You can see the whole pitch ahead of you. You can marshal the back four. It's so important. Zuma, he's not a captain. Can't communicate. We were all over the place last season. Centre back, you can see left, you can see right, you can defend properly, execute the manager's kind of instructions really. So I'm really happy with that news and comforted by the fact that everyone who wants in is going to be loved by the manager, loved by Stighton, loved by Sullivan, and will be used. And there will be none of this who bought him then, none of that crap will happen. And the comforting fact that anyone that he doesn't want to use will recycle the cash. With Benrahma gone, Kehrer gone, Agerd definitely going to go. Zuma, it'll make sense for him to go with just a year left, right? And many more like him. So, and judge the window by the end. Always told you that. Judge the window once the window closes. But I'm very happy so far. We've got the Brazilian kid at 23 million euros. A bit too much money for me. But hey, what do I know? Yeah, what do I know? It could be very good with that. The other news, everyone, is the Paquetá thing. Again, it's a bit of this, it's a bit of that, it's a bit of shaky all about it. As you know, Jazz is honest, straightforward, don't like reporting on ifs and buts, but it's been that kind of story. I'm not really leading with the story, but I'll fill in a minute or so on this show. It seems like a club in Brazil, Flamengo, is it? They cheekily want him on loan or for free or loan on permanent. West Ham just want a reasonable deal done. And there's been too much delay from the Premier League. We don't know what's going on. All the powers in the players. If he doesn't play, he gets paid. He's got nothing to lose, the player. If we sell him back to Brazil for kind of a cut price, we're the losers. Within a year, he'll be back. He'll be back to Man City, Chelsea. He'll sign for them. For that, and that Brazilian club will get the 60, 70 million. We won't. It's kind of a difficult situation for us. But I think I'd rather he go and we get our money back and a bit more if we can, or kind of some kind of swap deal or some kind of long-term instalment plan and be clever. Because even if Paquetá stays and that ban goes, this is a type of player that kind of news is going to be hovering. He ain't going to stick around. He's not that type of player. And even on the pitch, second half of the season, I was not impressed by him. I don't think he's really kind of a team player. He loses the ball a lot. He's a bit of a showboater. He's not really reliable to keep possession. He really does well for one game. Don't see him again for 4 games. Really does amazing super skill again. He's just no consistency with him. And I don't think there's any loyalty from him. I got that feeling. All that hugging Pep Guardiola, that was awful to watch from me. Don't want to see that kind of thing. I'd rather recycle the cash, but be a bit more business acumen. You know, when you go and sign their players in all the other leagues, they take our pants down. We got to be reasonable with that, haven't we? You know, if they want Paquetá, he's a 60, 70, 80 million pound player. We've got to be sensible about it, right? And see what happens with that. How much we paid for him, I don't know. Was it 25 million, 30 million, 35? I don't know. Something around there. If we can get some of that back, perhaps a nice lump sum, 20 million, and then give them 2 years to give us another 15, 20 million over 4 installments. That'll make it 30. I don't know. They're going to the sponsor to get the money. That was kind of the other news. Apart from that, we are, like I said, we are going for another centre-back at least. We're looking at a striker. Peters, he can play left-back. He can play right-back. We've got that reserve goalkeeper in. We're doing lots of things. But this show was more about concrete news, confirmed news by all the sources, and it's worth talking about. And my views are, I'm okay with it. It's a good start. Very good start to the window. I like the way we're doing things at the moment. A long way that carry on, really. So that's it from me. Hope you like the new channel, new platform. I will be back as soon as I can with different shows. It's been mad again today. Had to drop off the car to get service. I'm trying to do other stuff with them, possibly a job abroad. So discussing lots of things with the future employers and that kind of thing. And I'm doing all kinds of stuff. Got a cat. She does my head in half the time as well, really. Not mentioning the 3 other kids I got. But anyway, you guys have a nice afternoon, what it's left. Enjoy the news. It's positivity. Jazz is spreading love. It's the West Ham love again, and we're all going to be loving our football. I can't wait for the first game of the season. Let's get behind the new manager, the new players, and even a new kit. I know I was fairly neutral about the home kit yesterday, but I've seen it on people actually wearing it, and yes, it's a lovely kit. It's a lovely kit. It's got some really unique features. The team actually done the shooting, the video for the kit in kind of Palucci's, is it? What's that area near Whitechapel, isn't it? Next to it. I forgot the area in East London. Carliccio's, Palicio's, I forgot that. I've been there as well, the famous Italian cafe where apparently the craze used to go to. Done a lot of shooting in and out there. So yeah, enjoy the kit if you can. Positivity. Absolutely positivity. No effing, no blinding from Jazz. That's it from me. And like I said, I will keep going with different shows as and when I hear some interesting kind of news coming in, really. So you guys, like I said, take care. Come on your eyes. Max Kilman sounds like a James Bond villain. He's coming there. Probably West Ham captain. Tough old Max Kilman. Pacey, big, captain, centre-back. Get in there, son. Take care.